Hey, good morning, everybody.
There he is.
Matt Steinmetz and Daryl the Guru Johnson with you on a Thursday at 10:01.
Better not be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Payday tomorrow, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you sounding down?
Well, because I'm on what's it called? I'm on a budget right now till payday.
Okay. I can relate.
We're keeping our eyes peeled on the bank account.
Okay,
right now
gotcha.
to make sure we. The Warriors. They got beat last night, 108-105 to Denver.
Yeah, the defending champs.
Both teams missing a guy or two. Good game. You know, I thought at the end of the day, as Rod Woodson would say, they just weren't good enough. They were almost good enough, but they weren't good enough to beat a team like that. But it sure feels like, Guru, there is a lot of optimism about this Warrior team now at 6-3.
No doubt about it. They had a chance to tie it. Steph with the left, the Chef Boyardee delivered the pizza. Quite didn't go in. But I'll take I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you and our show. I know the players, the coaches have talked about they're done talking about last year. Steph kind of touched on it last night because he was about to go there. But for me as a fan, how can I not? Because that lets you know you can see the growth in the gains. For whatever reason, Steiny, this team is together. The bench is the fifth leading bench unit in the league. I'll go over the other names. So remember you and I were talking about how are they going to replace Jordan Poole's point production? Well, they're doing a damn good job. I like what I saw from TJD. Wiggins had a pulse. And I don't know what you make of that last Chris Paul pass to Klay. Could Klay have done anything? That was going to be a YOLO shot anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? If he caught it clean, it's still a heave. It's a heave, right?
Still going to be a tough shot.
Okay, no doubt about it.
Definitely going to be a tough shot.
Denver's good. Shocker.
They are pretty good. Jokic is a good player.
They got some size.
Yeah, the one, and I want to ask Warrior fans this because it does feel like there's a lot of positivity.
No doubt.
But my question for Warrior fans is like, how are we viewing this Warriors team? How are you viewing them through the lens of they are a championship contender? The goal is to win number 5, and that's the standard we have to use to judge them. Or, you know what? Last year they had some internal issues. They won 44 games. They got out of the first round. Let's look at this team as a middle, a 4-5 seed with a chance to make a run to the Western Conference Finals. Because.
Wow.
And people are going to say that, okay, here he goes. But if I'm looking at the Warriors like a championship team,
yep,
I'm not quite as optimistic as everybody else is then about the Warriors. I think there's a lot of good signs, but I do think there's some stuff that they're going to have to figure out over the course of the year. No surprise.
Let's break it down, Steiny. Yeah. I appreciate the honesty, but I'm on the other side. I feel like, and we had Joe Lacob in here. He looked you and I in our face with Raymond Ritter and said how thirsty he was for number 5, just the organization. So if you're right and they're playing for something with Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson besides a shot at the title, then the dynasty's over. And I don't believe it's over. I got to control myself here. Janet Jackson. I think this team is so vested in getting that 5th ring that if they feel or deem a player is no longer a fit, something may be done to remedy that. And I'm talking trades or somehow bring somebody else in here that can have an impact to where they can go further than last year's conference semis. Because as bad as last year's Warriors team was off the floor, they still got to this conference semis, and that wasn't good enough. So, Steiny, I still think if you're sitting with Steph Curry as is, playing at the top of his game, yeah, they lack size, but they make up for it with IQ. And that's why I know Murray was missing for the Nuggets last night, but I'm sitting here like, you telling me they could steal or win this game? And they did because they're getting it from a lot of other people. So I'm all in on thinking, Steiny, they can win it until we see otherwise.
Maybe.
And maybe you're right. What concerns you most? Like, why do you think they gave a championship?
So I think something's going on with Wiggins. I think.
He had a pulse last night. Evan and I said he had a pulse.
Oh, well, then pay the man. Pay the man then. Right? By the way, the one thing I said yesterday, remember, Wiggins and Kuminga.
Yeah, I saw.
They can't really play together.
They Kerr knows it.
They don't really bring out the best in each other. They're both of them kind of struggled last night. But, I mean, Wiggins looked a little more like himself.
The effort was there.
Just so-so.
Yeah.
The size numbers didn't really kill him.
Yeah. I guess, Donnie, in a crazy world, that was a positive too. But, I mean, nobody could stop Jokic. If you want to go there, then maybe it was. But he's just that good. I mean, and Looney was throwing his body and his ass around.
Yeah. Maybe a night when Draymond Green plays and he makes Jokic miss a few more shots, they win that game. Let's go to Joel. Joel's in Berkeley.
B-Town.
Hey, Joel. How you doing, man?
Doing well, sir, and yourself?
Hanging in. Got a little heartburn, I think.
There you go.
A little heartburn issue today.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Take some Tums.
Can't help you there. I'm a picture of health. I've never had any problems.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm a mess right now.
That is the best thing going. Go ahead. What you got, baby?
All right, look, man. I'm not championship or bust. I expect to be playing meaningful basketball late into the summer, and if it's a championship, that's freaking exactly what we need. But you know what? If it's conference championship and we're doing well, and it's you know what? It's a season that we're proud of. But here's what I think about. I got to say this about Wiggins and Kuminga.
Okay.
I think Kuminga was rolling when they took him out and put Wiggins in, and Wiggins was struggling. And I'm like, they're kind of interchangeable right now. I think obviously Wiggins has got the experience and a whole bunch of other things on Kuminga.
Right.
But Kuminga and him are interchangeable. And if Kuminga is rolling, which he tends to do at the end of games rather than the beginning, it'd be nice if he get a good first quarter in. But why would you take him out and put Wiggins into the final lineup and then watch it all go away? I'm like, you put him in there with good guys, he's rolling. Okay, anyway, enough of that. But right. I honestly think we can have a successful, wonderful season and not have it end in a championship. It's meaningful, competitive basketball. It's fun to watch from start to finish. And Steph's on fire, so we always have a chance.
Yeah. I hear you, Joel. Appreciate it.
I'm going to steal a page out of your books, Donnie. It sounds like Joel was saying it. You don't want to waste Steph Curry's, prime or where he's at right now, and he is not your problem. But I'll say this, and Evan kind of disagreed with me. Jonathan Kuminga was 4-12, but he was a +9 on the day, Steiny. I felt like that +9 was at all the other stuff he was doing. 4 rebounds, and you ain't going to make every shot. But, I didn't think Denver had an answer for him. He just missed some shots, but he still was a +9. Why only 19 minutes? And I get Kerr probably was throwing a bone to Wiggins, who had 29, his normal minute usage. But I'm not going to come in and second guess. Kerr knows what he's doing. Rome wasn't built in one day. I like what we saw. Steiny, I love to see Pajinski play. I love to see Jackson Davis. I'm a fan. I don't think there's too many in Warrior Nation. His free throws looked – I think that might have been a one-off when I looked at his form. He was hitting them yesterday, 4 or 5, fluid.
What'd he shoot at Indiana? Do we know?
I think Evan told us 60-something%. I'm guessing Evan will let us know. You need some water? You good?
It's not heartburn. It's like,
right.
I don't know what it is, man. It's like
67%.
It's like right here. I don't know what it is. Spadone, you looking at me or looking at the computer?
Spadone, the doctor.
It's like a little oblique problem, maybe?
Oh,
here, man. Dude,
I got to quit laughing on the show. But it's like a sitcom, man. It's my money. Billy from Atco texted me when I was off the show to tell you he shot an 80. He had just got off the link.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. Let's go to Adam. Adam in San Jose. I'll get it going.
All right. Let me know what you need. I'm here for you.
What's up, Adam in San Jose?
What up, fellas? How you doing? Good
buddy.
morning.
Talk to us.
I'd be lying if I said that I don't think last year's discombobulation is still affecting Andrew Wiggins. Between the chemistry and the extensive absence he had last year, I think he's reaping the consequences now, and that's why he's playing like that. And then, am I the only one who thinks Klay Thompson is continuing to press? Last year, it was to prove that he's still a top player, and it seems like this year he's trying to prove that he deserves an extension. Let me know if I'm wrong.
What makes you, real quick, Zach, what makes you say that? Because I don't agree with you. He only took 12 shots.
But he's not playing with that same, like even on the defensive side of the ball, he's just not trying. He keeps getting smoked by these young guys. And then his shots are just.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steiny, because it's not that he's not giving a damn. It's what he has left physically. The lateral movements, Donnie. I'm seeing it.
Seeing what?
Guys kind of get the best of them at sometimes.
I don't think Klay's been a problem this year. I mean, there's a bigger issue, though, with Klay, and that is if he's going to be a 16-point per game scorer and his shooting is going to drop a little bit, then that hurts because he's always been a scorer.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't make a lot of plays for anybody else. He's not a big rebounder. Was a real good on-ball defender. But what I'm getting at is if he's a scorer, you need him to score. You need him to get you 20 a game. And if he's going to be more judicious with his shots and he's only going to take 14, 15 shots a game, then maybe he's not going to be the scorer he was in the past. And then how do you make up for it in other areas?
Well, I'll say this about that question you just posed. My number one concern about this Warrior team damn near 10 games into the season is number 22. It's not Klay Thompson. That's just me. And what you just said is if Wiggins could do more and was the Wiggins that we expect, maybe he could make up for that. But it hasn't been that. I know you hate morale and
what? Morale?
No,
I hate morale.
No, moral victories.
Oh,
that's what
it depends who the team.
Right,
is.
we got a team meeting today anyway, confirmed by the boss. But
we do.
Yeah, Steiny. But this is great stuff. But I'm just telling you, man, they could have beat Denver, and I know they didn't have Murray. This Warrior team's legit. That's all. Look at the Lakers. They're looking for a third star the week into the final. I'll send that to you on the vine. The Clippers, they were trying to work it out. Memphis, waiting on Ja. Warriors got some. I mean, I know you're not saying that, but everybody relax. They're just smarter than they were last year, man.
What'd you think of Curry's potential game-tying shot? You like that shot?
It's the first Curry shot that left his hand, and I said, that's off. You know what I mean? It was to deliver the pizza in the left to Steve Nash. I didn't like it.
You didn't like his shot?
Nah, I didn't like it right there.
I thought he was a great finisher.
He's the man, my dog. I ain't. As soon as I saw the left, the cinnamon, I applied to I was like, it ain't going in.
Yeah, did you not like the shot itself?
Oh, stop.
Or did you not like the fact that, a guy who hasn't had a lot of success late in games is taking that shot?
Nah, he's on fire. I was like, here we go. 3 of them early, 2 from Steph. But Steiny, that's the first time I was sipping on something. I had a little something, and I said, when you sip on something, you have like that third eye. I said, that's not going in.